What if I told you that the glass of milk you drank this morning traveled through a system more precise than most hospitals? And it all started with a cow's heartbeat triggering a machine at a precise 60 beats a minute, mimicking the exact rhythm of a nursing calf. Yeah. Milking today isn't a farmer on a wooden stool. It's biology meeting engineering. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a milk carton the same way again, because I'm showing you exactly how it gets from the cow to your fridge, and why this one liquid quietly feeds almost a third of the planet's nutrition needs. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because this channel breaks down the hidden systems behind everyday things. And trust me, stick around till the end, because I'm going to show you a number about global milk production that genuinely surprised me. Okay, let's get into it. Before any machine touches a cow, there's a whole biological clock running. A cow doesn't just make milk. She has to give birth to a calf first. That kicks off what's called a lactation cycle, and on a modern farm, this is tracked almost like a hospital patient's chart. Newborn calves get fed something called colostrum right after birth. It's packed with antibodies and builds their immune system. They're kept separate from the adult herd for the first couple of months, and that's mostly about biosecurity, protecting their underdeveloped immune systems from pathogens the older herd can carry, and allowing farmers to control their colostrum timing and nutrition precisely. Then they grow into what farmers call heifers, basically teenage cows, until they're mature enough to have their own calf, usually around 2 years old, and enter the milking herd. Once a cow is lactating, she typically gets milked 2 to 3 times a day. But here's something most people don't know. About 60 days before she's due to give birth again, milking actually stops. This is called the dry period, and it gives her udder time to regenerate before the next lactation cycle begins. Here's the part most people never see. Teat cups are placed on the cow's udder, connected to a vacuum pump. That pump doesn't just suck, it pulses, alternating vacuum pressure to gently extract milk, while maintaining healthy blood flow in the teat tissue. That rhythm isn't random. It runs at roughly 60 pulses a minute, matching a calf's natural suckling pace, and it significantly lowers the risk of infections like mastitis. On advanced farms in 2026, this whole process is monitored by smart sensors. Every cow can be individually recognized, often through an RFID ear tag, and the system adjusts extraction settings specifically for her. It tracks her yield, her milk's temperature, and even conductivity, which is an early warning sign for subclinical mastitis. If a cow skips her usual milking slot, the system flags it because a missed milking can signal a real health problem. Once the milk leaves the cow, it doesn't sit around. It flows through sealed, sanitized pipelines directly into refrigerated storage tanks. The speed here is wild. Milk gets cooled to around 4 degrees Celsius, about 39 degrees Fahrenheit, within 2 hours, and it has to stay below roughly 7 degrees Celsius through every following milking. This isn't just best practice, it's a hard regulatory requirement in most countries, because bacteria multiply fast in warm milk, so the milk is chilled. Now what? Specialized tanker trucks come to collect it, usually every 24 to 48 hours to keep it as fresh as possible. These tankers are insulated, often double-walled stainless steel, which keeps the milk cold during transport without even needing active refrigeration running the whole way. And here's the part that adds real tension to this process. Before a tanker drops off a single drop at the processing plant, technicians pull samples and test for antibiotic residues. If even one farm's milk in that shared tanker tests positive, the entire truckload gets rejected and destroyed, and the farmer responsible for the contamination pays for the whole lost batch. One bad batch can wipe out an entire truck's worth of other farmers' hard work. Once cleared, the milk goes through pasteurization, separation into cream and skim, and processing into everything from the milk in your fridge to cheese, butter, and yogurt. And transportation alone isn't cheap. Cold chain logistics like this can make up 10 to 15% of the total cost of getting milk to you, which is why farms increasingly rely on GPS tracking and route optimization, not just to save money, but to keep the whole supply chain reliable. Okay, so now you know how the milk gets collected. But here's the part one promised you at the start, why this matters so much. Milk is one of the most nutritionally dense foods on the planet. It delivers a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. It's loaded with calcium, vitamin B12, vitamin D, potassium, and phosphorus, nutrients your bones, muscles, and nervous system depend on daily. But here's the number that actually surprised me. In global nutrition modeling research, milk contributes to 28 out of 29 essential nutrients tracked in human dietary models. It's the single largest contributor to global calcium availability, supplying around 49% of it worldwide. It also provides close to a quarter of global vitamin B2, and it's a major source of several essential amino acids, vitamin A, vitamin B12, phosphorus, and potassium. And despite all of that, milk only accounts for around 7% of global dietary energy, meaning it delivers a massive amount of nutrition without loading people up with excess calories. In a world where undernutrition is still a very real problem, that efficiency is genuinely valuable. This isn't just about nutrients, it's about livelihoods. Millions of people around the world depend on dairy farming for their income, from small family farms to massive cooperative operations. Cow milk alone makes up roughly 81% of all milk produced globally, with water buffalo milk making up around 15%, and the remainder coming from goats, sheep, and camels. Global dairy production has kept a steady growth rate of around 1.5 to 2% a year, driven largely by rising demand across South Asia and Africa. Farmers, cooperatives, and processors keep this entire chain moving, often starting before sunrise, to make sure milk reaches shelves fresh. Now, it's not all simple. The dairy industry does face real challenges, including enteric methane emissions, manure management, and water usage. But modern farms are actively adapting. Some are using feed additives like 3-NOP or seaweed extracts, which can cut methane emissions from cows by up to 30%. Others are installing anaerobic digesters that turn manure into renewable natural gas or electricity instead of letting it sit as waste. Processing plants are also investing in water recycling systems to cut down on freshwater use. On top of that, gentler milking technology reduces stress and injury for cows, and sensor systems catch health issues earlier, which means healthier herds overall. It's also worth mentioning that plant-based alternatives like almond and soy milk have grown a lot in popularity, expanding the conversation around dietary choices. But traditional dairy still plays a massive, measurable role in feeding the world, which is exactly why understanding how it actually works matters. So next time you pour a glass of milk, or drop it into your coffee, you're looking at the final step of a process that involves precisely timed vacuum pulsation, rapid thermal cooling, strict antibiotic testing, GPS-optimized logistics, and a supply chain that touches millions of livelihoods, all just to get one glass to your table. If this changed the way you see something as simple as milk, that's exactly the kind of thing this channel is built around, pulling back the curtain on the everyday systems we take for granted. Subscribe if you want more of these deep dives. Drop a comment telling me what everyday product you want me to break down next, and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people. Thanks for watching all the way through. I'll see you in the next one.